What is up guys, it's Gamer here, and today in this video we're going to be talking about the Vanguard beta and just Vanguard in general, and whether or not I'm going to be picking it up. I'm going to be talking about some positives and negatives with this game, so be sure to let me know what you think in the comments below. Anyway guys, without further ado, let's just jump straight into today's video. Now, I already recorded this video, but my camera decided you ain't filming this today. So anyway, let's try this again. So we're going to be talking about the Vanguard beta and how we felt it went. Now, it's going to be inclusive with the alpha, but the alpha was kind of a rough patch. It was dry. It was good though, but it was dry. You know, there was a lot of issues that were fixed, thankfully, in the beta. But there is still a lot of issues that need to be sorted and ironed out for the release in November. Now, so the Vanguard beta. The Vanguard beta was, in my opinion, overall, it was a solid experience. It gave us a good idea of what the game was going to feel like, and I feel like they made a very good move going with the Modern Warfare engine this year, which just made the game flow and feel a lot nicer. So with that being said, the issues with this beta. So a lot of the issues, I'm pretty sure everyone can agree, was spawning. Spawns were terrible. Spawns were just like, there was no set system for spawning. It was terrible, and I don't mean to say that in just such a negative way, but it was just terrible. There was no good with the spawning. The spawns were so messed up. To give you guys an example, you have A, B and C flag. Obviously you guys play domination all the time. That if you own A and B, you should be able to hold your spawn and somewhat of mid. Obviously there should be competition for mid, and there should be people flanking for your spawn as well, which is only fair. But a lot of the issues that people ran into was when you hold A and B, or C and B, or whatever, once you hold two flags, the enemy should spawn in their spawn. Now, whether that be on the right side of their spawn, the left side, or just smack bang in the middle of their spawn, fair enough, but they're still on their side. The spawns were putting people on the enemy team into your spawn. Like, they would spawn right in front of you or right behind you and kill you and a couple of your team, secure your flag, and then they own B, they own C and A, and you just own B. And it's very frustrating because the spawns were just so mixed up, and trying to get up on a kill streak was just impossible in some games, but it was great in others. I can't tell you guys how many dog units I had. The dog units were super fun to get. Now, I did have a gameplay as well where I nearly got a nuke, or I forget what it's called in this. I'll put it up on screen if I can remember it. But this nuke, I was very close to getting. So if you want to see gameplay of that, let me know. But spawning is just a big issue on many maps. Like, the main map, I feel it was the worst on, was Hotel Royale. There was just no spawning at all. There was no set spawns. It was terrible. Another one was Eagle's Nest. That one was kind of really bad when it came to spawns. Like, all the maps had really bad spawns, but the two in general I'd like to point out is Hotel Royale, fun map, terrible spawns. Eagle's Nest, also fun map, terrible spawns. Another issue is the weapon statistics. They're just not right. The information you get from them is just not accurate in some ways. Now, in case you guys didn't realize, once you go to put in an attachment, you can show the details, which will actually show you how much it affects each stat by, which is, I have to rate Sledgehammer for that. It's a nice feature that they added, because you can really feel the difference and you can tell the difference. But the issue is with the feeling the difference, because on some of the attachments you can put on your gun, it would say that it would increase damage, lower ADS, sprint to fire speed would be better, improved, and a lot of these just were not facts at all. In fact, on the sniper rifles there was an attachment that would increase ADS and lower your damage, but I felt it increased my damage and it actually made my ADS worse. And then vice versa, there was an attachment that was supposed to do the complete opposite, but it done the opposite. So I don't know if there's a lot of mixtures and they've just kind of got some of them mixed up with each other, or what. The gun just does not perform the way you put the attachments on it, which is very annoying and just isn't what you expect when you're going to play a game and you finally get that attachment that you've been looking to get to make your gun better, and it just that's just terrible. Snipers overall, in my opinion, were just terrible. They were dog. Now the Kar 98, it's good. Once you level that up, you're going to be hitting a lot of good snipes, but there is times where you could hit someone literally in the chest and it would only get a hit marker, which is not expected out of a sniper rifle at all. The weapons need serious buffing and nerfing. The STG needs a nerf for sure. Frangible was just too overpowered. Anybody who rocked an STG and Frangible just owned the lobby. It didn't matter, especially on Eagle's Nest. That gun just rips everything apart. Another issue I had with this game was with a lot of invisible barriers. Now we could understand invisible barriers for like certain parts of the map, whatever, that would make sense, but there was a specific one on Eagle's Nest. I'm pretty sure a few of you ran into this, but on the left hand side of the map, as you're coming from the A flag, there was boxes all along the little walkway, but one of those boxes, if you would mount to it, or even if you were just peeking over it, there would be a little invisible box that when you shoot, your bullets don't go anywhere, they just hit that little box. But then anyone shooting at you can hit you. That box is invisible, like that box just don't exist from their angle, so they could hit you from the same angle that you're trying to shoot them, and you would just die. You would just lose that battle 100%, and it was just a terrible time. But the positives to that game, there was a few positives. Like the gameplay just felt really smooth. Now it did hiccup a good couple of times. It wasn't completely smooth all the way through. There was a lot of hiccuping. There was a few glitches. Like there was a lot of textures that weren't loading in. There was a lot of, like, you could see through the map and stuff like that. But overall, I feel like the game was smooth. It just didn't have the same quality that Modern Warfare gave us when we first saw it. Another issue I have is the FOV slider. We've no FOV slider in the beta, and our FOV is literally a box. You, instead of having this much, you have this much line of sight, and it is terrible time. I know, I think PC had an FOV slider on theirs, which made it impossible to beat a load of PC players. So you know, it's a rough time. It's a rough time when we have no FOV. Now I know a lot of people are gonna say that we have aim assist and stuff. When you don't have FOV, aim assist ain't exactly helpful, because you're not gonna know someone's there and you're dead before you even get to use your aim assist. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of positives, there's a lot of negatives. I want to hear your feedback in the comments. What was your most used weapon? Do feel free to let me know what your most used weapon was and why you used that weapon so much. For me, it was the Kar 98. Well, it was actually the 3-line rifle, then the Kar 98, because obviously I had to use the 3-line a lot more first. But without further ado, guys, I'm gonna end this video here. I do appreciate it so much. If you guys could drop a like on this video, share the video around with your friends, and get them in on a conversation. We'll get them in into the comment section, and let me know your feedback. So without further ado, guys, I'm gonna end it here. Thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy it. If you did, please do drop a like, subscribe, stay true, and peace.